Supposed to go. So, New York City is that what? Is it that bad? Is it? It's really bad. This is like one of those acting exercises, where you have to play like, a love scene, but the whole time you're worried about your flight. So New York City is obviously home to nothing if not the musical theater. And after 5 shows, this is our 6th, we have really failed to represent the musical theater on the stage of 44 Charlton. And so I thought it was time to remedy that. You're welcome to noodle anytime you want. There you go. Doesn't that feel better, everybody? Woo! That silence, No. I do, actually. Cody Owen Stein, ladies and gentlemen.
I should have learned more than one song. If you wanted constant, that was.
That's the same song. Play like a Broadway tune. Play like I don't know, Chicks and Ducks. Yeah, that's Sondheim, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm very pleased to present a couple of very special guests. I know them both, but because of how much they have achieved in their short lives, I've had to put it on a card. And I just don't want you to think I don't know and love them. I just want to make sure that I get it all out, because it's quite extraordinary. My next 2 guests are, respectively, the young man is originally from Detroit, Michigan. We have Detroit in the house? No, just a screamer. He is a playwright, he is a lyricist, a composer, a trash talker who used to be Michael Living Jackson until Facebook's great drag queen purge of 2015. More importantly, he is a 2017, this just happened, all 3 of these, a Jonathan Larson Grant recipient, a 2017 Lincoln Center Emerging Artist Award winner, and a 2017 Dramatists Guild Fellow. And he's been commissioned by LCT3, which is Lincoln Center Theater 3, up on top there. The thing that looks like a big air conditioner unit. It's actually a theater. To write an original musical. And he is currently working on a new piece called White Girl in Danger. But before you applaud, he'll be appearing on the stage tonight with a performer, director, writer, producer, and social activist. She is the star of Hulu's hit comedy series Difficult People. She is the founding artistic director of the Musical Theater Factory, of which I'm proud to tell you I am a board member. She is the winner of the 2015 Lilly Award for Working Miracles, the 2016 True Humanitarian Award, a Drama League Directors Project, and Beatrice Terry Fellowship Award winner. My God, ladies and gentlemen, the musical theater is alive and well. Please welcome to the stage Michael R. Jackson and Shakina Nayfack. They are so beautiful. Funny!
Like the
Michael R. Jackson, Shakina Nayfack, thank you. I gotta be careful of my junk here. It's so nice to have you guys.
Pleasure to be here.
We have been talking about this for a while.
A minute, yeah.
And when it came time to represent the musical theater, who else were we going to ask?
I couldn't imagine.
Because a lot of people think about musical theater in terms of what used to be, but I think the future is brighter than ever. More exciting, more urgent, more immediate, younger. It's happening. So, tell me what's going on. It's definitely blacker. Well, we follow each other on Facebook, and you raise quite a stink about...
I raise hell every chance I fucking can get.
Well, it worked, because apparently you have won every award in the world, and nothing has even happened yet.
Haven't been blacklisted yet.
So to speak. Ha ha ha. Langston Hughes.
Woo, drink the bird!
Yeah, you should have been here for the last game. You would have won, because
I would have.
It was tough up here. So you're working on a show right now. Well,
yes.
Let me stop again. Let me ask you to talk a little bit about how you two met each other. And we could start with your journey as the artistic director of MTF.
Sure. So I created Musical Theater Factory. Yeah, this is worth an applause. It is a nonprofit organization. It's an artist service organization dedicated to helping musical theater artists develop and present new work in an atmosphere that's free from pressures of critical or commercial success. So you don't have to worry about getting reviewed or selling tickets. You're just like trying to make your work better. And it really started with me reaching out to a bunch of friends who I met. I was producing William Finn's concert series for a couple years called Songs by Ridiculously Talented Composers and Lyricists. You probably don't know but should. It's a long
Does
title.
everybody know who Bill Finn is? Can we?
Bill Finn, Falsettos, A New Brain, The Royal Family
One of the
of
great
Broadway, Spelling Bee.
One of the great Broadway composers and lyricists.
So I met Michael because Michael was a student of Bill's at NYU, and so basically the factory came to be because I have a friend who's this porn star who had a studio naturally.
We all do, Shakina.
I know, it's New York City.
Hello.
He had a porn studio right in the heart of Midtown, upstairs from the Drama Bookshop. And he said in his last year of the lease, why don't you just build something in the back? Which is like something I've always wanted to hear. And so
from a porn star in particular. Yeah.
So I emailed a group of friends and I said, who wants to build a black box theater in the back of a porn studio in the heart of Times Square, dedicated to the development of new musical theater? And I reached out to Michael R. Jackson and I said, you must have something you're working on that you want to bring in. And that's how we got started working together.
This is incredible, and in a matter of, what, 3 years now, the Musical Theater Factory has exploded into this true force.
Yeah, we left the porn studio. We became a resident company of Playwrights Horizons this last year, which is really amazing. And we've moved over 100 shows in some form through the factory process so far.
I would like to congratulate myself.
Yeah, board member.
I'm a board member who has done virtually nothing as a member of the board. I still haven't given last year's donation, but we're working our way up there. Yes, we are. So you're going to start, am I right?
That's correct.
Michael R. Jackson with a song from
my musical A Strange Loop, which is a semi-autobiographical piece about a black gay musical theater writer who also works as an usher at The Lion King. And he's sort of working through his self-hatred. As one does.
Would you like to take to the keyboard? I'll grab
I
one
would.
for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Michael R. Jackson singing Memory Song from A Strange Loop.
Okay. "5'4" high school gym, sneaking a cupcake. These are my memories, these are my memories. Shooting hoops off the rim, slow on the uptake. These are my memories, these are my memories. After gym, the locker room, my eyes photographing. Naked me measures in at 4.5 inches. These are my memories, these are my memories of one non-black gay boy I knew who chose to turn his back on the Lord. One non-black gay boy I knew who chose to turn his back on the Lord. Guilt and shame, Jesus' name, church every Sunday. These are my memories, these are my memories. Eat his body, drink his blood, communion buffet. These are my memories, sweet sour memories. After church we're driving home to Radio Crackle. Jazz music or Motown blues and skin is a shackle. For one non-black gay boy I knew who chose to turn his back on the Lord. One non-black gay boy I knew who chose to turn his back on the Lord. These are my memories, sweet sour memories. This is my history, this is my mystery. Mom is napping on the couch and Dad cuts the grass while I watch TV all day long, young and the restless. Like one non-black gay boy I knew who chose to turn his back on the Lord. One non-black gay boy I knew who chose to turn his back on the Lord. Dad is drunken on the couch and Mom eats a pork chop. Daily bread mill, daily treadmill, won't ever stop. One lone black gay boy I knew who chose to turn his back on the Lord. One lone black gay boy I knew who chose to turn his back on the Lord. I am lying on the couch, I dream that I'm flying, flapping both my wings so hard to keep me from dying, with the crown of God's forsaken thorns on my head. Like all those black gay boys I knew who chose to go on back to the Lord. All those black gay boys I knew who chose to go on back to the Lord. All those black gay boys I knew who chose to go on back to the Lord. And one black gay boy I knew who chose to turn his back on the Lord.
Michael R. Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, come on up. Just beautiful. How do you feel?
Oh, I like that accent right there.
You are funny. That was just beautiful. Thank you so much. Now, you have also written this next song that Shakina is going to perform. Is that correct?
Yeah, I wrote the lyric, and then I asked Michael to set it. So it's from this show called Manifest Pussy, which is the journey of my trip to Thailand for gender confirmation surgery. And I wrote it through the Musical Theater Factory Writers Group with 10 different composers who work at Musical Theater Factory. And some of the songs I wrote lyrics to, and some that were just fully created by the other artists, the collaborative artists. But this one in particular, I wrote a lyric that dealt with sexuality and dealt with objectification and dealt with politics and spirituality and repetition in a way that I felt like only Michael R. Jackson could set the tune. And so I approached him about it, and that's how we created it.
All right. Yeah. Well, we are going to surrender the stage to you and let you perform. Shall I say the name?
Sure.
Last Night in Bangkok. Ladies and gentlemen, Shakina Nayfack.
My last night in Bangkok, before I checked myself into the clinic where I was going to have the surgery, I was just hanging out with a bunch of strippers, like you do. And we were like sitting on the street corner drinking whiskey, which is like how I like to live my life. And then it like really late into the night, like 2 a.m, we ran out of whiskey, and so I stood up to say my goodbyes, and then one of the dudes, one of the strippers, he got up and he was like, should we go back to your hotel? And I was like, all of you? Sex tourism can be so cliche. It's not radically queer, it's totally gay. I'm typecast, over-determined, and flat on my back. Have I just lost my edge? So much to unpack. These are the thoughts going through my head, getting gang-banged by Thai strippers in a king-size bed. These are the thoughts going through my head. The world is a complex place. 5 dicks might be one too many, but 2 days from now I won't have any. Still 4 other dicks might be more than I needed. 4 dicks may have my threshold exceeded. I don't want to come off sounding banal, but I can't quite seem to keep track of them all. These are the thoughts going through my head. Getting gang-banged by Thai strippers in a king-size bed. These are the thoughts going through my head. The world is a small and complex place. Oh, they offered to film it too, but I was like, I'm good. My body, my body, my body is overtaken by this sacred rite. I see myself above myself, a departing queen, adored and devoured. Prepare me, prepare me, prepare me for angel of force sacrifice. Savor the stem that will soon be deflowered. I know for them this is employment, but it seems like they find some enjoyment. Outside Bangkok's under martial law, inside I'm playing petit bourgeois. I don't want to make this politically crude, but is it still exploitation if we're all in the mood? These are the thoughts going through my head. Getting gang banged by Thai strippers in a king-size bed. To one, oh to one, you anchor me the moment we kiss. To one, oh to one, there's more to life than transient bliss. And I can fall asleep in your arms after this. Yeah, I can fall asleep in your arms after this. Wish I could fall asleep in your arms after this. These are the thoughts going through my head. Getting gang banged by Thai strippers in a king-size bed. These are the thoughts going through my head. The world is a complex place.
Shakina, my gosh. I don't think there's anything I don't know about you anymore. And Michael R. Jackson, the composer of that tune. I'm sorry about the spelling error with your name.
It's all right.
We will fix that in post.
You should have seen my life in junior high. There's a lot you can do with Nayfack.
That's what we talked about at the board meeting. We have one more tune.
Yeah.
This is also from... No.
Yes,
This
from
is
a strange
also from
loop.
A Strange Loop. And once again, I'd like to welcome to the stage Mr. Michael R. Jackson.
How does this go? Oh, yeah. I don't have AIDS, and I don't care about marriage, and I will never be pushing a loud-ass baby around in a carriage. No, I'll just walk around with a scowl on my face like I'm Betty Friedan. Because the second wave feminist in me is at war with the dick-sucking black gay man who's not looking for now as much as 15 years later. And so the grinder crowd turns me into a chronic stay-at-home masturbator. When I wanna go out on a Saturday night, I don't feel that I can. Because the second wave feminist in me is at war with the dick-sucking black gay man. So I fall outside of the norm, 'cause I burn my bra to keep warm. But while most of my brethren swarm to Britney and Rihanna and bareback and felching and so on, but they won't get AIDS, 'cause now they're taking Truvada. And I don't know what to say, so I stay in my corner and I just say nada. And watch them all do what they want without fear and without having a plan. Meanwhile, the second wave feminist in me is at war with the dick-sucking black gay man. So nobody comes on my chest, and I come off sounding repressed. But maybe that's all for the best if I want something deeper and someone who thinks I'm a keeper and who can understand my long hesitation, and who will take my hand and help me undo this polarization, and lets me curl up with Charlene, Mary Jo, Julia, and Suzanne. Until the second wave feminist in me ends the war with his dick-sucking black gay man. Thank you.
Michael R. Jackson, ladies and gentlemen, come on over here. Woo! Beautiful personal work. Nobody's going to mistake that for Guys and Dolls.
Just living my life like it's golden, you know.
Well, you should be, and that's the point of beautiful personal music. So thank you so much to you and to our friend Shakina Nayfack from the Musical Theater Factory. Let me just make sure that you know our website is mtf.nyc. If you want to find out about anything... Oh, you want my mic?
And Michael is thelivingmichaeljackson.com.
And you're Shakina...
.nyc.
All right. So if you want to find out more about these beautiful people, visit their websites and keep watching, because it just gets bigger and more beautiful every day. Thank you, Shakina and Michael. Go on, hit the road. Thank you so much for coming. That is the future of musical theater. Our next artist, ladies and gentlemen, is based in Brooklyn.